Hello, it's Kim Corallo here with another thrift haul, and we're glad to be here, friends. Let me just say, every item that we picked up is large in size, except for just a handful. So today's video might be a little challenging. I just decided that, hey, I'm gonna go for it. It might be disastrous, but hey, it won't be the first time it's been disastrous, right? Like, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We did pick up 3 tables. We have 5 booth spaces now. So we're picking up small furniture, and I wish I could showcase some of that. I probably need to figure out if you're interested in seeing it. Let me know in the comments. Probably need to figure out how to do that. Maybe just do some still shots at the booth and add it to the end of the video. But anyway, let's get started with one of the biggest and heaviest pieces. And that is this beautiful trunk. I loved the metal detail on it. I loved the colorway. It doesn't have its handles anymore, but I didn't care. I just thought the character of the piece was so lovely. And the only way I can show you the inside is to do that and show you the paper. The bottom, the inside of the trunk, it's in pretty good shape. But that is one of the large big pieces that we picked up. Keeping with the large and pretty big pieces, let me show you this handmade pottery temple jar that is stunningly beautiful. I gasped when I saw this. I thought it was so pretty. I loved the colorway. And you know, even though it's large, you guys, it is not too big. It probably looks really big on camera, but I have it just sitting here on my coffee table, and it's a good scale for that. It's also very dusty, and I can see dust flying around. I don't know if you can see that on screen. But I also had it, so I have this table. It was a shelf, but it's all one piece, but it looks like it's 2 pieces. It looks like it's a table that has a shelf sitting on it. And so the shelf sits back a little bit, so there's space, like table looking space in the front. And I had it just sitting there before the video, and it looked fantastic, I have to say. Let me show you some jewelry pieces. Picked up a lot of sterling, and I was really happy for it because it's been a long time since I found any good jewelry. Some of these could be silver plated. I couldn't find the markings on everything, but they all look sterling. And when you've picked up sterling enough, you can tell the difference. And I just don't know that makers sold a lot of plated jewelry. I could be wrong, but before I label them as sterling, if they're not marked, of course I will say I'm not 100% sure. But these 3 bangles, and everything needs to be polished. I really liked all 3 of these pieces, and I thought they would look really good together as a stack. I picked up this piece, no chains again, so a lot of pendants with no chains, which seems to be the norm for me, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not sure how hard it is to find a chain. Maybe the folks that are buying these pendants, because they don't last long, maybe already have a chain. I just like the shape of this one. It does need to be polished, but I thought the detail on it was cool, and it's a good size without being really large. This piece is super sweet. It's blue lapis, but the color of that lapis is stunning, and it's got the sweetest little shape. I thought so, or I thought for the piece. I was gonna say that I thought so too, like you all had said that to me. You know, you never know what you're going to get with the videos here, guys. So if you're new, welcome on in to Crazy Town. For those that have watched before, you know, go ahead and tell them, welcome them in, tell them, you know, it can be pretty comical around here. I found these earrings that are probably 90s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. It's black onyx, and the shape of these were good. A couple of more black onyx pieces. This shape has more of a square shape. I actually found an oval or a round not too long ago, maybe about 3 or 4 videos ago, and it was well received. So I think this shape is fun too. And then this cross is one of my favorite jewelry pieces. I like that it's two-sided. You can wear it with the black onyx or with the sterling. And I believe if that sterling was shined up, it would really pop. I think that, you know, given that it's a little tarnished, it blends in a little bit. Let me show you these two pieces together because that's exactly how I would wear them. I love them so much so that they may stay with me. I would wear these together. This one has just the beads, has a lot of weight, a lot of heavy, or feels heavy. This one, on the other hand, is lightweight. It has more of a dainty look, and I think because of that, I liked them together. I thought they looked really, really good. I picked this up, and this might be a little bit of an odd pickup, but I could envision, shells are really popular right now, but I could envision with it being summer, having this on a dainty gold chain. This is probably gold filling of some kind, but with a, you know, envision like a white shirt with maybe, you know, just maybe pop the collar and have this shell for summertime as your necklace. I just thought it would really look good, and I was willing to give it a chance because, you know, I liked it a lot. Something else that I really liked a lot was this lacquer piece. It is Russian lacquer. It's hand painted and it's really nice. It's a brooch. It's oval in size. So let's see. Oh, let me show you this piece. Now this piece seems to be like some kind of resin, but it's good. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned in the worst way. It has the best detail, and it has, you know, it's just a great size for a stack of books, a little side table, and in my opinion, it's just really cool looking. So I was happy for that. I picked up another julep cup. I don't leave them. I don't usually find them. I usually find them in ones, but by the time that I put these in the booth, I usually, you know, sometimes I'll have them in there. Like, I don't think I have any in right now. I think they've all sold, but I usually collect them and have them for around Derby time, and then put them in the booth, and then just kind of leave them until they all sell. This one needs to be shined up. It doesn't look like it's engraved anywhere. Sometimes they are, but it is so fun because these make great like toothbrush holders in a bathroom. They also make great vases. It doesn't have to be a derby party. It could be any kind of a party. It also is good for its intended purpose, but I can see these on a desk in an office as your pen holder. I think that's also a good way. If you've watched the videos, you may recognize this beauty. I picked her up a couple weeks ago, and I said I was gonna, or I think I said I was gonna put her in the booth without a shade because I didn't have a shade. And I oftentimes like to buy lamps without shades. I think I mentioned that I'm not always a fan of the shades, but I didn't for some reason. I put her over in a tote, and I think I might have just overlooked her that pricing session when I was taking things to the booth, and I'm kind of glad because I found this shade, and to me that is the perfect marriage. I don't think there's anything prettier than black shades on brass lamps, and small lamps are fire. People love them, and I can see why. They're good in all the places. So I also like the shape real well. I liked that square shape. So I was really happy that, you know, I somehow missed it, and it was like a good accident. Empty frames are something I don't leave behind because they're wonderful on their own. You can hang this on the wall just as art itself, and to me I think it's stunningly beautiful. You can also use it and frame your own art, or if you have a piece of art that would fit in, you could also use frames if the art's a little smaller, and hang the art inside the frame on the wall. They add texture to gallery walls, but my very favorite way to use a frame, empty frame, is as a tray on a side table and build your vignette inside the frame. So you could maybe have some candlesticks, maybe you even have a stack of books, and maybe you have a vase. It's to me one of the best and nicest ways, and I will try to do a side table display. So when I do that, I usually do that over on Facebook and Instagram, and I usually, with every thrift haul, I usually do at least one or two. And if you would like to follow along, just screenshot that, hop on over to YouTube or Facebook. We would love to have you, and hop on over and you can follow along, and that's where you will see the side table displays that we build using the items that we found. Another frame, and I like this one too. This one's just that darker, deep, rich wood. Could be used for all the same reasons that I just said. Baskets are fun, and I've gotten lucky lately. But look at this beautiful colorway. I loved the blue mixed in. I love the round shape. I love how it has, the fullness at the top gets narrow at the bottom, and I really adore the handles. I thought it was great, and it was a quick pick. Like, I saw it, I gravitated to it, and I picked it up. I found more than one jewelry box this week, and let me tell you, people love them. I can see why, because they're purposeful, but I don't find them a whole lot. I have found them in the past, but I don't find them a whole lot. But look at this cutie. I think it's so sweet. I love the color of the wood. I love that it has the drawer here. I really adore the inside. That pink velvet, crushed velvet, is in pristine condition. It is so clean, and that might be why I don't pick up a lot of jewelry boxes. They're not always clean on the inside, and sometimes it's not just lint and dust that's easy. Sometimes it's stains that you just can't get out. And then the tapestry on the top, I just thought had beautiful colors, and I really liked it. And let me show you this little box. It's probably could be used as a jewelry box too, and it probably is a jewelry box. Now that I opened, I saw that it has like a ring, a place for rings here. But look how, I don't know, sexy. I'm just gonna say, is a box sexy? I don't know. It's Bombay Company, but it has the most beautiful clean lines and the really beautiful colorway. It still has its key, and that is unbelievable. And it does lock. If I can figure out how to get it to lock, I went the wrong way. So it does lock, and it still has its tassel, and the tassel is so charming. I love a tassel. I don't know if you guys decorate with tassels or not, but I mean, that one's, for that key and a decorative element for that box. But I love a tassel like on a china cabinet door, or, just on a door in general, like maybe a guest bathroom door. There are lots of ways to use them. I don't have any tassels to show, but that I thought I would throw that out so that if you're out thrifting and you see one and you think, well, what could I use that for? They look great on ginger jars. You can hang them off the top of the ginger jar. Let's see. I may come up with some more ideas. But look at this cutie. Match boxes, I suppose. These are vintage, they are so popular. And that is something I didn't know. I don't typically I find them and I pick them up. I don't typically get to pass them along because it's something my husband likes. And I've told you all before, my nieces and my family come first. If they want something and they ask me, they get first dibs. It's just the way it is. But this was so unique. They took the matches out probably for safety purposes, but the way they framed it is so cool. It looks like a shadow box. I really liked this metal silver frame. You know, the back, it looks a little amateur. It has some glue places, but to be honest, you know, that's hidden. And I could see this used like in an office. I could see it used in a basement, in a game room, even a little boy's room. And when I envision several ways to use a piece, that's usually a no-brainer for me, because I figure if I can think of several ways, I know other people can too. I'm going to show you my favorite piece. Then we only have one more piece to show. And my very favorite piece of all the things, it's gigantic too, is this beautiful copper pot. Now, it's not perfect. You know, you can see some of the natural patina. It has some dents along the way. We call that charm and character around here, and it doesn't stop me. This is an absolutely beautiful piece, and it can be used for lots of things. On a hearth to store your blankets. That's one. I'm finding a spot for it over here. For a party, you could put ice in it and put your water and your drinks inside. You could use it as a planter, and if I used it as a planter, I'd probably put some bricks at the bottom, and then I would get hanging baskets, and I would use like geraniums or whatever you're going to use, and buy two and leave them in the pots that they come in. I wouldn't actually fill the copper pot with dirt. I mean, you do you if you want it, and that's what you're going to do. But that's how I would use it. And then in the fall, could you imagine mums? Oh, wow, just beautiful. One more jewelry box, and that's it for this week. This one is really large, and again, you don't find these often, especially in the condition of the ones I found. I was really lucky. So it has the two doors and 3 drawers, and so it has, you know, some size to it. Guys, that's it. That's all we have for you today. We thank you so much for being here, and if you're new, we thank you and watch to the end. We really appreciate that too. Consider subscribing if it's your thing and you would like to do that. One more thing, this is very new. I didn't know even that it existed. I still don't know anything about it, but you can hype a video. It's completely free. And if you're watching this and it shows up, hype video, would you consider doing that for us? Because it helps our page. And I think what it does is it shows YouTube to push it out to other people and that like this same kind of content. And you know, we're not perfect. We're still learning every day. We still need microphones. We still need to learn, and we still need to do better. But we're trying to grow our page, and those little details are completely free. Comments, likes, even if it's a suggestion, we welcome that. Hyping the video, all completely free, but it really helps videos in more ways than you would ever know. And also that goes for everyone out there who, even if their page is big, it still helps them. So if you're asked to do that, consider it for us and for others. And we thank you very much. We hope that you have the very best day. And we're going to talk to you really soon.